gentlemen in the mix.
Hey, Traders, welcome to the stream. Good to see y'all. Wow, what a turnaround on Monday. And what does that mean for crypto? Great news, Bitcoin held support. It can't be broken, and it's just stuck between, what, 18.9 and 19.891. Your guess is as good as mine, the amount of failures bears have had now. Like this continuous failure. And now we're just, I don't know, man. Get out your coin, I guess, at this point, dude. Because no one knows. No one knows how this is gonna resolve. It's ridiculous, right? You're holding supports, clearly of some sort. You're below one, but you keep testing it, and it's just, how could you not be stumped right here? I mean, it does seem like lower price is more probable, but I don't know how long those sellers have to fail before they just relent again and bids come in. Like, I don't know how many times they have to fail, because that's what happens eventually. You fail too many times, and then the other side takes over. And we could be on the cusp of that, or it's just gonna be another. I just don't know why you would have to test again and again so many times, both sides. Now it's truly terrible market conditions for any swing trader. You'd have to be on the 5 minutes to be getting any kind of swing, any move, man. It's bad times. That's okay, man. You'll catch resolution at some point. It'll be a massive pump or dump, and probably just gonna go the direction of the index funds. Ugh. Okay, that's it, man. I mean, not much different on the 4 hour. It's same thing. Just you're below the levels, but you're above one certain level, and then you're below the other ones from 2017. Just you aren't making higher highs. You get it? It's like, here's your high, and then here are your lower highs. And there's somehow a lower high on the 14th, and now still, until this changes, it's another lower high. How much stupid contraction do we have to deal with here before there's an actual move again? They're not good times, man, for the swing trader. What's up, Bradley, man? Wow, dude, thanks for the 100 super chat. Kings, man. King.
Hope you have a great one.
It's been a good one so far. Kind of had bad timing on painters and stuff, and being woken up at really early hours for bullcrap. So my REM cycle was disrupted pretty hard, and then went to lunch with some of my family and came back and tried to take a little nap before this stream, and here we are. Time flies. Before you know it, it'll be your birthday. And then it will be gone as fast as it was ushered in. So make of this what you will. Everything's up, man. Everything in the world's up. Yeah, is this real? Probably not. You know, how is it real? It just keeps ranging. It's just reticular, is it not? In its nature. Trying to rival the high from the 14th, unlike Bitcoin, where it's substantially lower. You're testing it's crazy. You're testing the 200 moving average, or you're close enough to testing the 200 moving average for the first time since September 13th. Wow. It's been over a month since that occurred. But I just don't know how you can look at this and have good, really good confidence to believe the bottom's in, but know what we know about 886s. But you can't, you know, on the other side of the coin, which sucks because we have both sides now. It's just ridiculous. You've held this level countless times. I mean, do you have to really count out how many effing times? Like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8 and 9, like 9 different times, maybe even 10. You wonder, it's like, what could happen in this, like, you know, the long-term target still be $1,000, but maybe it bottoms out here. You rally and make a 886 retrace from the previous high to low to destroy all shorts, and then you collapse later, like in a month from now. Okay, I guess that's definitely possible. But as it stands now, buyers are defending a certain level on Bitcoin, buyers are defending a certain level on Ethereum, and that's all we have. That's it, dude. Right? Is it Wyckoff accumulation? I mean, it could be. Could be Wyckoff accumulation. Sure. Wow. What's up with the lower highs? Can we get some sort of higher high for once in our lives? Definitely holding. And where you are now after a spring back test, this could run to 1420. Because what we know about the levels is most of the time straight up and down here. Yeah, a lot of straight up and down. So it's just going to go where the index funds go. That's how it works. It's going to do what the VIX did. And the VIX, man, the VIX sold off again, but it's still in this channel. It has not made a lower low. It would have to fall below like 28 to make a lower low than its previous low. So yeah, just welcome to the world of having to sit and wait in a trash, illiquid bear market where the dump already happened and now we're just consolidating, and it's just, you just got to wait a whole month of nothing. That's what you get, man. These are the times where the moon boys drop off. The unfaithful, they drop off and they exit the market and they never come back. Yeah, so that's where we are, man. You go to BNB, it's up 1%. I just really don't see anything here yet that's just amazing. There's a buy wall and there's distribution, and that's all you have. Kind of hidden bullish divergence on the MACD histogram, but a little bit, you know, the low, then kind of the higher low. God. So you gotta just not like this market. It's just so lame, man. There's just no meaningful swings anymore. They're just not meaningful. This is just not enough to ever make an equitable trade as a swing trader, position trader. Oh, wow, man. Move down, move up like that. Oh, yeah, dude. All kinds of moves, right? We were able to get at least something this summer. Now, I mean, since what? Mid-August? No meaningful swings. That would give you kind of an equitable 3-to-1 on a strategic entry. It's bad for the most part. BNB, then XRP, it's up 0.73%. Like, really, it's the same analysis as yesterday, the day before, day before, day before. Bearish divergence, maybe confirmation high, but you haven't really caught follow through. You're just hanging out every day, same price. Crypto's dead market for now. Is it over? Is it going to underperform? I mean, it's underperforming right now. It hasn't played out yet, but man, I've seen it where it'll do this, and then finally, eventually, it'll dump later. I miss the old markets, man. The old market conditions. I mean, even this year, at least when we were dumping, we were getting like velocity. We were getting moves. We don't get moves anymore, man. I mean, XRP was one of the only ones that caught a move, and it was up 70% in less than a month. And now, since it topped out September 23rd, we're talking about going on a month later and just range bound sideways. Nothing. Cardano was giving us, I guess, a good move down. Doing kind of what it should have done, September 10th to I mean, it lost 33% of its value in 33 days, repeating, of course. Yeah, just holding on to a weekly candle close from May of 2018. And it's up. This is just so bad. Think about like if Bitcoin has a bad day tomorrow, what happens to Cardano? Bitcoin's up 1.5%, right? And then Cardano's up 0.3%. You can imagine if Bitcoin just farts tomorrow, just goes down 0.5%. Cardano might be down 2%. It's not recovering with the macro at all and underperforming on that recovery. So there's no edge either. Like, hey, man, maybe there's some sort of joke divergence. There isn't, man. You just were oversold. You still are a little bit. God. Cardano, Sol, I guess. We're just going to look at these same trash losers over and over. It's up 3%, man. Wow. It's up 3%. Okay. Is it making a higher high? No. What did it just do? Made a lower low. So bearish convergence. Just trying to get back above $31. Oh my God, man. This is almost like, why am I streaming, dude? Like, it's almost like, what's the point of me streaming with this stuff? These markets are so dead now. What's up, Hot Carl? I'm like, you know, I'm just gonna protest them. Like, can't be doing this. It's just so bad. I'll show you one chart that actually matters, I guess. You know, it's kind of showing us something that's not just like the same illiquid trash market every day. It's kind of like, hey man, you're at a critical area here. Here it is. There's your total market cap. I mean, it's a 4-hour chart. I mean, it goes back to August 14th. So a multi-month downtrend. Testing the supply line again, as you can see today for the first time, right? You wonder if you could break that, could find yourself at, I guess, 936. That's where it's been topping out relentlessly in September, late September. So, okay, poised for a potential supply line break, but doesn't make you trend bullish or anything. So there you have it. This level, buyers defended, and now you're poised for breakout of sorts. Oh, I don't even want to hear about this. This is when opportunities arise. I know, but I'm not looking at Sol for an opportunity. These speculative trash assets in this macro environment. It's like looking at these same literal beanie babies, dude, every day that don't move anymore. Like, they don't even move down anymore. Like, they definitely don't move up really at all, right? But they aren't moving down enough at all. Like, nothing can play out because they're just so stuck. It's crashed so much for so long. Now you're down at these 886, 90% retraces, but no one's buying them at these levels. But it's just buyers are still somehow defending these levels, these pathetic little supports. Or not, because Bitcoin's holding on, so they can't collapse. It's the same argument, same situation with Bitcoin. It's like, man, it's lost 70+% of its value since my last birthday, 70%, and now it's just hitting this level, but it's below the level. But there's like a buy wall with distribution. But when the bids come in at the buy wall, every single time until this changes, every single time there are less market participants that have demand for the asset of Bitcoin. And that's the case today, but for some reason, dude, people just keep buying at 18,950 or whatever, constantly, or 18,650. And so now you're just butting up against 19,650 again, and probably soon 19,891. It's just, like, I love bear trends. I love bull trends. I kind of hate no trends like this. I mean, people be like, Doge looks bullish. No, it doesn't. Maybe we get above 6.5 cents, but you failed every single time since you broke it, and then been testing since September 6th. You've had, my God, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You've had like 8 different days since September began. 8 different days where Doge has failed to break 6.5 cents. Failed. And buyers have relented and sellers took over. But the problem is the sellers take over and it takes you down to 5.7 cents. And there's too many, or there's not enough sellers to push the price any lower. So it just gets stuck for, talking about 6 weeks, but between this scrub
Happy
level,
beating Mark.
it's crazy,
Why
man.
is MKR actually making me money? 0.000908446 BTC.
What's up, Rob? Didn't they add like treasury bonds to their balance sheet or something? I don't think any crypto's ever done that before. Oh, CDJ, oh my god, man. Let's go, man. Dang, dude.
Happy birthday, Mitch. Not sure who to thank more. You or the woman who gave birth to you. Best to you both.
Oh, thank you, CDJ, yeah. And she appreciates that too. Thank you, dude. Contributing to the stream, all that, have fun stuff. Create an NFT. I know NFTs are dead now, but still for fun. They were never about like speculative stores of value in this community ever. So that bubble popped, but none of our stuff popped. It was just kind of like whatever. NFTs are meant for like fun and memeage and stuff. So I have the link pinned. Look at it. But, just kind of like, it's a joke, man. It's so funny. It's just insane, man, that we have 365 days ago where Bitcoin on my birthday, it was a Sunday, not a Monday, it was a Sunday, the weekly closed, and it was the highest weekly candle close ever. And now here we are 1 year later, 365 days later, 366 later, and it's just like everything changed. Like, where will we be in a year from now? Down 70%. Nice. Yeah, this is it, man. This is all it is. Just kind of like the opposite of last year. Or we're showing the candle close, and now it's like the candle closed up here 1 year later. Awful, dude. Okay, so yeah, Doge, right? Stuck, just literally stuck, man. Can't do anything. Untradeable, really. For a swing trader, untradeable, really. I mean, dude, you're really gonna be like taking along at 5.7 cents and selling at 6.5 cents over and over and over. I mean, if you are, wow, man, that's some crazy stuff, dude. Really is. So enough of this crap. Dead altcoin market. Here it is. Here is your craziest day since July 27th on the S&P 500. You gapped up. As you can see, we closed at 35.83 really, and then you opened at 36.42, and you closed at 36.77.94. So, hey, man, it's a bottom in. You never know in these markets, these clown markets, do you? We know how bad everything is, but an inflection point that you were at, you're back above it. You held above it. So, bearish breakdown, not yet. It was like you closed below it on Friday, but plunge protection team came in. It's just the problem of like, how bad everything is, but evidently since we're so interconnected to the world and social media, everyone else knows, so everyone goes short, everyone buys puts, and I guess that's maybe causing a delay in the capitulation that we know we're gonna need. We gotta get the flush, man. Well, some of these zombie companies, they gotta go to zero, man. We gotta get something terrible to happen on these markets before Jerome Powell's gonna pivot and we're gonna start quantitative easing again, or he's gonna at least stop raising rates. Something has to happen, but it hasn't happened yet, and it can't. Right? For the first time in history, I believe you have 3 times as many puts as you do have calls. Like as of today, 3 times more puts than calls. So if everyone knows that, okay, I guess that the people with the puts and shorts have to lose, and then right, just the stupid mental gymnastics we have to do to, oh man, can't just be bearish anymore. Hey man, we identified something really bearish, and it's like, we can't be bearish, man, because evidently everyone's bearish. the majority of the people are bearish. So I guess everyone has to suffer first, and then after that, then we can dump lower. It's kind of like the thinking now of this clown illiquid dead market. No, I mean, yeah, you could have made some money, but like since October began, you can't make anything. You can't really like it had these waves are money making waves, right? When you're getting here, it's just, what are you doing? It's just chop zone. It's a chop zone, and you're still above support. So this could be the bottom, man. We could be doing just some sort of X, A, B, C wave completing, ready for the D wave. That could happen, but I don't have any faith in the market at all. I get it though. I get it that too many people are short and have puts. So some people have to die first before we go lower. But yeah, you had a nasty wave down. It's just holding here. Supports. Buyers are defending a level, but the volatility is insane. Well, you can tell the volatility is insane, but the VIX won't tell you. The volatility index won't show you this. I don't know what's going on with this either. This doesn't make sense. The VIX just suppressed. Legit suppressed. Can't be, it won't break 35, I guess. Just not going to do it. They figured it out. They figured out a way to keep the VIX from going above this level, so that makes it to where circuit breakers don't go off. We don't crash. We just have maybe a bad day, but bad sequence of days. Nothing to get the VIX going above 40. So there you have it. I mean, I guess you're kind of diverging bearishly here too. So it might pull back, and when it pulls back, then you could understand that the index funds are going to go higher after holding this level. Bitcoin will go higher. Everything in the world on paper will go higher until this thing pivots and rallies again. Yeah, everything's inverse correlated to the VIX now. What's up, Jose? Everyone has puts, man. This thing's not doing anything. We're not dumping till... I don't know how that... Do people that have puts just have to capitulate first on a squeeze? I just think it's just like... What do you do, man? Like, these assets now are like gapping down 2%, gapping up 2%, after the 2% gap up 3% up, then a pullback 1%, and then the next day they're gapping down 2%, 3%. Clown market, illiquid clown market. These conditions are just not fun market conditions. They're just not. Like, and all the things are happening pre-market, after hours. Oh, now we have earnings season. Oh, another added variable of ridiculousness that's going to affect the markets, and it's going to happen when the markets are closed. Yeah, so that's where we are at 31.36 still elevated, but not enough. Okay, well, I mean, look at it's just right, you have a huge run, and then you gap down, and then you gap up. It's now this thing could it looks like it. You could understand how now. I mean, it's staying elevated and not completely collapsing for now. Maybe this is going on. You could be confirming a bottom right here. You kind of did here a little bit. There was like one time you didn't quite hit the same low, but you hit some other low, like 1 and 2 before a rally. So I'm just pointing it out that you're above the pre-COVID crash high. You're trying to confirm the bottom, but hard to trust anything, man. But yeah, after a wave down like that, if we get a wave up, all right. Interesting little supply line here on the Dow Jones, right? 1 and 2, and now you kind of like, I guess you gapped up and then you broke out today. So it's kind of like a potential dragon pattern or something. Look, sellers tried once, and they tried twice. Bids came in. They came in twice, man, and got you back above a pretty important level for now. And maybe you're breaking a supply line. all until we gap down 8% tomorrow. Just kidding, because you can't really do that. But you get it, man. Gap up, gap down, crazy percentage points. It's getting ridiculous. And this doesn't happen in healthy market conditions. It just doesn't. All right. No, I don't use the wicks. I would use the candle closes to identify the divergence. Candle closes. That's important, man. That's where the traders are settling up. It's not the intraday or intra-candle price action. It is where the close occurs. Not a very clear, like, Dow Jones potential confirmation low, because this one just, no, not really. Up 3.34%, right? That divergence that was identified last week is still there. You are above 10,500 again. Nice. Got to get above 10,823. You do that, you could be going for a bigger wave up. But yeah, that type of divergence, man. You know, even in bear markets, you get we get some really nice divergence right here. Yeah, you had nice divergence here, and it turned into a rally, but the rally was just like the same high, and you fell back below the key level from 2021. So, I mean, divergence in the bear trend has been playing out on the daily, just underperformance, right? Look where it'll rally, it'll make substantially lower highs than previous highs. That's where we are. Big wave down. Sellers look exhausted, at least on the MACD histogram on the NASDAQ. Super strong. We have the supply line there. It's like you broke it today. You can see how you closed right above it, just barely. And this could be more similar to the NASDAQ. No, more similar to the Dow Jones, with like maybe you can see discernible bottoms, two bottoms here. Not as good looking on the histogram, not as notable as what we're seeing on the NASDAQ, but there you go. I mean, you're back above the pre-COVID crash high. Now you just got to get back above the 2018 peak. If you do that, you know how it is. Then order book, up and down, up, down, up, down. It could go straight up to 1926 again if it gets above 1743 long enough. Just remember what was happening. It was like you were getting like your lowest, not on this one, but you were getting like on your index funds, your lowest closes in 2+ years. And that happened on like Friday, Wednesday, Friday, right? I mean, those things were happening. You had your lowest weekly candle close in the S&P 500 in 2 years. Just like just last week, man. I mean, look how it closed. It was a bearish engulfing candle below the 200-week moving average, was closing below the high from August 2020, the lowest close since November 2020. That all happened. It's Monday. This was Friday. This was the worst thing that's happened of the entire bear market. And look where you are now. You just legit gap up and look where you are now. 36.77. Like that never even happened. Like the bad occurrence didn't even exist. And now look what's happening. Look at the possibility. If this keeps up, it's so early. Because like tomorrow, what if you just collapse again? But if it keeps up and you maintain, you know, prices elevated above, I would guess, 3,600, you'll end up showing classic bullish divergence on the weekly on the S&P. It just hasn't. Monday of the new week. So that means this histogram is brand new. So you can't even say it yet, but I'm just talking about what could happen if this stays as it is, or if you catch follow through from here. This is happening across the markets. A lot of assets were making really, some were making all-time lows, multi-year lows, multi-month lows. It's happening everywhere. And then today, just inverse. Poor gold. That's the sad thing, right? About gold, Chad. It's like no bids for gold. Still below the supply line, still below the inflection point from 2021. The neckline of the major double top. No bids. So, for metals. Yeah, bad day for metals. Because it's just like, what happens if the index funds have a bad day tomorrow? It's like Cardano's situation, right? This thing is just underperforming the macro immensely. So when the macro goes bearish again, this thing's going to perform bad. It's going to get wrecked. What's up, Tom? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, dude. I mean, like, nothing on silver. Just did not catch that equities bid. Hog futures did. Hog futures up 3%. Wow. Yeah, after the massive, 16% gap down. A rally. All right, you'll get those. Live cattle futures is making today. Live cattle futures highest candle close since August of 2015. Talking over 7 year highs on live cattle futures. I had a birthday steak today. I didn't even care, man. Eat your steak while you can. They're pushing mealworms on children from the Netherlands and Scandinavia now. They're normalizing eating bugs as this chart keeps going higher. Yeah, they're going to eat the bugs. They'll own nothing. They'll watch the new Mermaid movie. They'll love Rings Power. And they'll be happy. Okay. Natural gas, get wrecked. Gap down 7%, roughly. And you got to love the head and shoulders is continuing to perform well below the 200-day moving average. Remember what we did last week? You closed the multiple days below 2320. Which is the old swing low from 2016. So you confirmed resistance again, and now you're catching follow through in $20, 2042, the swing low from December 2017. Once you break that, then you go to 1834. But you're getting near an 886 from the low to high here, so there could be a reaction, a wave up, but it's all playing out really well so far. Haven't quite hit the measured move, I don't think. It's like 1750 or something. Beautiful. This is the Luna chart. The Luna fractal. So this chart's implying that natural gas would rug pull and go to zero. Just kidding, it's not going to do that, but it's laying out very well so far. U.S. oil, dead in the water, man. Below $87, and yesterday... Look, so on Friday, you broke below 86.91, and then yesterday, which is technically today, but it's yesterday on this chart, the new day's been open a couple hours. You rallied, you back tested the level of resistance, and that's it. So you're below a key inflection point that you need to be above, and you're back testing as resistance. It's not really good. I mean, it was so weak it could never hit the 886, and that's it so far. No movement. Just bearish, man. It topped out, and it's been crappy ever since. All it's doing is making lower highs. Just made its lowest low, and it's just made its lowest high of the downtrend so far. That's all it's doing. Yeah, we can look at. Dang, dude. No, that's yeah. Okay, never mind. What did egg prices dump? Whoa, egg prices dumped. I think this update's like once a month or once every 2 weeks, but according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, large per dozen eggs, 290. It hit all-time highs last month, or in August anyway. 312 eclipsed an all-time high from September 2015, 7-year highs, but now you're just back below that. Rejoice. Inflation's over, dude. What up, the big? Oh my god, man. Thanks, man. Holy crap. Did you just become the top Jesus, huh?
Unemployed Baker, you have tipped $106.68. Happy birthday, sir. Hope you had a good one. Falling wedge on GBTC, or am I smoking opium? Keep it real, get it bind. 0.080000000 ETH.
Thanks, but why am I not getting notified? 2 people have bought this NFT. What the? Who are you? Thank you, dude. Get a pint. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
$PCG
Just another day,
on
man.
The weekly. I took the work to Poland.
Yeah, we'll look at it. Thank you, Trader Dan. Much love. We'll look. We'll see here. Oh, Crypto Hoarder and Random Person. Thank you. Thank y'all for the merch perch. You know, when it's just buying this NFT, it'll be gone, right? I'm burning it after today. So it's a collectible if you care about collecting MRTA NFTs. But yeah, thank y'all. I don't know who you are, sir, but appreciate you. Random Person and Crypto Hoarder Man. Weird, I'm not getting notified. Yeah. Huh? So always get notified. Okay. Orange juice futures cannot be stopped. It is a king. Wow, look at that. Officially today. Barely, but today. Orange juice, highest daily candle close since December 20th, 2016. Jesus challenge for orange juice. Insane multi-year highs. Beautiful. Well, remember the lowest yield of orange juices. Oranges, right? The lowest yield of oranges in Florida since 1949. And this is what would make you think we got higher to go because of that in itself. Supply and demand. I have no coffee futures. Finally, man, my God, been waiting 84 years for coffee futures, right? The idea we had, it was like, hey, it's the S&P 500 in March and April here, right, in June. But then it dumps, and then bids come in, and it tests the same level again. It's like, what are you doing? And then just recently, it was like back testing the 200 moving average and failing, and the momentum was shifting bearishly. It's like, okay, maybe, and we bearishly engulf back below it, and then all the formal back tests you received, and now look at the past 4 days in a row. It's been wonderful. You did hit intraday today. Coffee futures intraday hitting the lowest price since October of 2021. So it's been a year since coffee futures been this way, but that's what it's all about, man. The high than the lower highs. That just indicates there are less market participants that own the asset than they did before. And that normally is what it looks like before a big old reversal. And this has a lot of downside on it. Lots of downside. Thanks, Dr. Ganja. Thanks for the birthday wishes, everyone. I see y'all in there. Can't respond to all of them, but I'm very grateful for this community. Made another year, and it's been, I don't even know what to tell you, man. It's like, I feel like I'm dreaming every day because of y'all. Like it was like doing this wasn't even like, I don't know, man. What, you're gonna just like stream on YouTube? Like, that wasn't how it's really thought about it, That's not like, wasn't like necessarily the dream, but like, oh man, this is the dream. This is really nice. This is amazing. Okay, so coffee, get wrecked. I'll have some alerts set up because this thing in the territory where it could, very easily coffee could be seeing 172 soon. This is great probably for coffee companies. I don't know, ask Irwin Coffee how they're doing. Probably better. All right, so we just spent a little time looking at commodities, whatever. We do that. We look at things. Let's look at the top performing asset on the S&P 500. I believe it was Tesla, that is up 7%. Just absolutely insane. It's up another 1% after hours. This is what I'm talking about, the illiquidity here. And you knew what it did on the weekly on Friday. Its lowest weekly candle close since June of 2021. Talking like a year and a quarter lows. And then just happens to gap up and then runs all day and is running after hours. So this level here is, buyers are defending it for now. Even after the hidden bearish divergence, bits came up, but it's nothing so far. It's the beginning of the week, one day, and let's see how this turns out. I mean, I guess after an entire month of red, this is an area, right, where bids have come in, so you can't be surprised, I guess, if you react here again. You reacted here certainly in May, so it looks like you're trying to react here again in October. But just know this pattern is so real. Classic distribution. Insiders been selling subtly, quietly for a long time, the whole year. So there's a reason for that, and I don't think you're going to like the way it turns out. I mean, yeah, maybe this goes on another trash run. The trash run's going to manifest into lower prices than 314.75, and that's all that matters. But that right there, classic distribution. Dude, it was everywhere, man. You had all kinds of insane moves. Look at this, man. Exos, Exact Sciences Corporation, right? Like a peak from 2015 and multiple times in 2015. Well, guess what, man? You were up. You can't even tell. It's crazy, man. You can't even be mad. It was the lowest weekly candle close on Exact Sciences. The lowest weekly candle close on Friday. It's Monday. Friday. Lowest price since April of 2017. Multi-year lows. And then just, hey man, just who cares? Gap up, moon one day. You get this. 11.66%. Okay. So yeah, if you hold that, great. You might very well hold it, I guess, for now. But after Sunday, look at this is the weekly. So look at some of the moves you got intra-week on this. I mean, or inter-week. Look, 27% upside reversal in 14 days. But after that 27% rally, you then went on to lose 32% of your value in 35 days. And then after the 35th day, you then rallied 36% in 21 days. Healthy markets, man. Swinging 30% in every month. So it's just the same crap going on with something like this. And I'm just looking at this because like on my watch list, this just happened to be at the top. Then there's like 8, which, dude, I don't even know to tell you. This thing was a tech bubble crash. Wow. It's up 11%. I mean, you have to be the dude from, what's his name? The funny guy from The Hangover, who's like looking at a small piece of paper being like, or it's like the guy being like, oh, 0.5%. You can't even tell this thing's up 11%, but here it is. It's not at an inflection point either. Like you think it's going to 191, but dude, it's up today. Here's your lack of context chart. You see it way over here? Dude, nice candle, nice candle. Wow. How's it been going for the people holding this asset? Weight Watchers that hit all-time lows on Friday. I'm not kidding. The lowest price ever. It took out its lowest low ever from July 2015. So it was like 7-year lows on Friday. And then, it rallied off that. Then again, maybe it's a Morningstar catching some fall through. There's an open gap though, kind of. But yeah, 10% up today. But I guess that'd be the level, wouldn't it? Where a reaction occurs. Guess there's a lot of upside then. Man, this is insane. This one, CLR, unstoppable, unbeatable asset. It cannot lose. It was beautiful down here, though. It was doing some gorgeous stuff back in, 2 years ago. It was breaking a supply line. It was a completed bullish shark, all kinds of crazy stuff. And it's gone on one of the craziest runs because it's continuing. It's not stopping. It gapped up. It's up 8.68%. You can't even tell. That gap will probably fill. But did it do that? Oh, it was so close, man. It was so close to, it was the second highest candle close since 2014. My God. Closed just slightly below that high from June of this year, right? But look at the volume on this. Something in this insane day. Saying trend, you can't beat this trend. Okay, Square, that looked like it was done. It still is, man. If you're talking about the technicals on Square, it is still below key levels. Like, you have to be so bearish on this still until it breaks above 59.50. You must be bearish. You can't want to own this right now. But if it gets above it, let's talk, because that might be the level where it does run to $82. But you get where you are. You're below massive levels currently. Yeah, there's a little bit of divergence maybe on the MACD. I wouldn't say so on the RSI at all. Yeah, just assessing like one that just, it looks like it's about to go to $34 eventually, but maybe it catches a wave up first. Oh man, some of these like Workhorse up 7% today. Who cares? Really don't, I mean, you know, does this change anything? I'm looking at these because it's like, hey man, these are some of your biggest gainers today. And you look at the chart and it's like, are these really any more out of the shambles that they've been put in this whole year? You look at this chart, I can't even tell it's up 7%. Can you? No way. Can't even tell. Caesars Entertainment. Held to support. Hey, nice, right? Catching some bids off the 32.22, repeating, of course, support from 2018. You're holding. Seems like you're still holding. Maybe as you're back testing a spring. Maybe rally, but the trend is certainly bearish right now, even if it does rally. Oh, man, we do this all day, right? Okay, let's get some of these requests. So I was just going across the markets, looking at these. We got 3 minutes to your daily close. If you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button, the bell, sub. Thanks for being here. I appreciate the birthday wishes and contributions and all that. That's very grateful. See, we had Maker for Rob. Make a yeah, it's crazy, man, isn't it? A bullish deep crab type 2 return actually playing out, I guess. You know, below 788 you were doomed, but buyers quickly got the price back above that, so you were okay. And hey man, anytime above 788 you could see 1194. You're on the way. You'll test that probably. You're testing the 200 moving average again today. You haven't broken it, but dang man, absolutely incredible deep crab performance on a massive type 2. You just got to wonder if it can break 1194, you know where it's going. If it breaks 1194, there's a 100% chance based on history it goes to 1744. So it's a big deal here, man. This is the neckline of a potential double bottom, but at the same time, it's a key inflection point from history where above this takes you up 44%. Up, down, up, down. Look, up, down, up, and then down, up, down. That is it. It has never stopped in between there. If it breaks it straight up, 1744. And it'd still be in a colossal downtrend, even if it did that. That's what's insane. So there you go. Again, I think it's them adding treasuries or bonds to their balance sheet. Which I don't even think I've heard of a crypto doing that, but Maker did it. BTC. The Baker thinks we are Falling wedging. Okay. Are we on a falling wedge? Well, I've looked at it like this, you know, most of the summer. I had it plotted like this and kept it like this, and it was like upsloping consolidation barely, right? 2 on the top and like 3 on the bottom, and it broke it. It's below 1234. It's below all the key levels, and you're like, it's a falling wedge. I don't know, man. Maybe it can be interpreted that way. I could try to plot it for you. You're just talking about locally. Jesus chimes, it's a new day. I don't know if we would call this a wedge, but I haven't plotted it, so. How do we plot it like that? See it like even 1, 2, and 3 on the bottom, 4 on the bottom. You're like below that. What do you got to adjust that to? Come on, man. Getting ridiculous. What, I can't take this one or this. I have to use this and then do this. I mean, maybe, but it could easily break down too. I don't know. I had it like you broke out of a bear flag and you were well below it, and you were well below all the key inflection points, and I wouldn't want to be touching this crap till it's back above like 1234 or 1372 or something. Sure, there's downsloping price contraction, I guess, if you want to look at it this way. Sure. Maybe, man. It's definitely another way of looking at it. I get you. I understand why you might look at it this way, I guess. Okay. It's less about the structural development locally, more so than it is, wow, how you're just below levels that are so important historically. And normally when you're below the level long enough, you make your way straight back down to the next level, which is like $9, 825. But it's not going to get there if Bitcoin decides it wants to rally and get above 19,891 and go for a crazy run to squeeze shorts until it makes a lower high than 28.8 and then rolls over again later. Okay. Next request. It was the last request too, which is, you know. Okay. Talking about Wyckoff accumulation stuff. Man. Look at this. I mean, you know, you bottom out, then you make a higher low, and then you make higher lows, and then all of a sudden you made another higher low, and then you break this massive resistance, and you're above that level, so long enough you think you would be going to 1815 from here. You know, it like broke it and even back tested it and held it as support. Now it's going, and there's no, oh God, of course, man, there's like some bearish divergence on the daily RSI, but man, the trend's kind of been reversing, hasn't it? More market participants keep owning the asset than before, it seems. And now you've broken a key level. And if you look at the inflection points, you'd think $18 is on deck for this. Pacific Gas and Electric up 2.39% today. We'll see. You got earnings coming up October 27th. So 10 days from here. So CJ. Butterfly? I don't know, man. Yeah, this is a good looking chart for now. Yeah, I mean, it's like crashed, it's collapsed. Oh my God, it's in utter shambles. But then all of a sudden, you know, higher lows, breakouts. I like it. It's not bad for now. Okay, officially been live an hour. Nice, man, nice. Okay. Can I try to keep it going? I don't know, man. Kind of doesn't matter if it's your birthday or not, dude. It's just like these markets are just. Etsy somehow is up 6%. You can't even tell. Nothing's changed on this. It looks terrible. It looks like it's getting ready for $73 again. Carvana's up 6%. I can't even tell. How can you even tell? Hey, dude, you know this thing's up 6% today? Is it? You sure? Does it matter? Nope, doesn't matter. You know, it just did yesterday. I mean, like talking about Friday. Made its lowest low since March of 2018. That happened, God, the last trading session. So now we're up 6%. What? People going bullish now? Yeah, a little divergence in the MACD. Okay, great. Maybe it holds, dude. But I would think eventually 1239 again. But yeah. So Luciano. I don't know, dude. What even that is. I'm trying to look it up. Is that even a thing? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Wow, meta hero. No one's ever requested this. Somehow I have data. I have memory of this place.
What's your read on Metaero?
So it looks like a scam. Like a legitimate scam. Look at it. Tell me this isn't a scam. Tell me this isn't, hey, this was listed so the people that created it could enrich themselves and dump on every single other person's head. Tell me how this chart isn't that. What do I think about it? It's a scam. It's definitely a scam of sorts. Why not? Oh, what the happening? Oh, dude. Sorry. So my thoughts on it, man, there's nothing technical to look at because it's such a scam that there's no structure. No one really even creates patterns on this chart. It's just bots auto selling. Bots auto selling. You just hit all-time lows late September and you've rallied and you haven't even come close to threatening the previous high from August. But dude, it could 1000x, man. It could be the next Bitcoin, bro. This thing will never be the next Bitcoin. This will never do anything. This is a scam, dude. Whoever developed this made a lot of money, and they're the only people that made money. People like connected to him or something. It was over here. This was the candle. Probably the developer of the entire project exited this day in November 2021. It was done forever. Yeah, just everything that was getting obliterated is up. Banks, all sectors, right? Killed it. Look at that, man. Look at that. Like just, okay, breaks all formal supports, is dumping and doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Had earnings, had good earnings, of course, right? And never made it. And now the asset's back above key inflection points. But I'm telling you, maybe this is, it's still valid. If this makes a lower high again, then it's just 3 falling peaks and it's like hog futures. But my God, man, it's just in 3 days, 16%, 15% on a bank stock. This is what we discussed last week. Well, things are so destroyed now. They're so obliterated over this past year that any earnings report now, it doesn't matter if their earnings suck, if they're bad, because it was already like projected, like everyone knew it was going to be bad, but it just wasn't as bad as people thought. So it explodes in price for a few days. And that's what it did. 15% in 3 days. Highest volume Bank of America has seen since March. Just insanity, man. Nvidia up 5.89%. Hey, Look, man, it broke a level that was it's all over for Nvidia if this is real, but it's not real yet. You closed the week below it on Friday, and now you just gapped up and you closed back above it. So this is exactly where it could reverse to 147. Could go fill a gap at 150 in a very well established bear trend. It could do all those things and still be extremely bearish. So buyers are defending a very real level on Nvidia. They're defending an area on Bank of America. All across the market. Dude, look at this. This piece of crap. Splunk Incorporated. Below 90, really below $107, 100 or 50% downside. It's on its way. It just happened to gap. That gap will fill. But like, do you think this is kind of moon, man? This is disgusting. Head and shoulders, knees and toes on this. I guess it's just trying to hold on to this 71.82 level. Below that, I'm thinking $40. All day we can look at these, man. They're just having a couple good days. Like PNC, like, give me a break, man. Like, confirms distribution. Look, it's still like the level that Bank of America got back above. This one hasn't, PNC, but they haven't reported earnings yet, have they? They report, and wow. Wait, yeah, they did. Did they report? Yeah, they already reported. Okay. On the 14th, and didn't really do any. They did nothing on that day. But yeah, you have a lot of earnings going on. This is earnings season now, and so it's just another added variable of ridiculous price action and behavior these assets are going to do. It's going to be really unpredictable. It's not going to make any sense. It's going to be crazy, and that's just how it goes, man. Because we already are on this weird thing where the market's so illiquid and dead now that it doesn't move until we get a CPI report or GDP report or unemployment report or something, and now we have all the earnings reports that will go and mix between those reports. So that's it, man. Below 163, bearish is up. RNA, Scarlett had requested this, and it's like, yeah, this is certainly an area where reversal can occur. It's an inflection point. It's reversed here before. It could do it again. It's definitely doing it right now with the divergence. You had it. So, okay. You hit supports. That's a level where reversals can happen, even if they're short-lived. And we were talking about maybe making a substantially lower high. It's a rectangle, failing to see 178 again, and then coming back down to 122. Then we know we have a partial rise and a high probability of downside. But yeah, you're going to catch reactions at supports. It happens. CPI numbers came out last week. Dude, all day, man. Just look at all this stuff. I mean, all these assets. Look, it's Disney, man. Is Disney bottoming out? Well, if you get back above $97, you could very well probably be going to $100+. I mean, there's that one time there was a peak, right? One time. Every other time you rejected it. But like, you can clearly see up, down, right? Up, down, a lot of up, down, right? Between $97 and $113 to $120. So it could be confirming a bottom here. But it's such a bearish trend. Yeah, this is where reactions occur. This is where, like, great, it's a support from history. So guess what's happening? It's being a support again. Wow. But yeah, could be confirming a bottom. Let's get some more data, and it maybe that happens, and it could run up to 112 to 120 until tomorrow. Just everything collapses pre-market. Apple, man, oh, it's up 3%. It held sports, didn't it? It held 138. The high from 2020, it's above it. That's it. Still, all this distribution going on. You think that's insider selling, quietly, subtly. Nike was at a level 2. Look at this channel here. It's beautiful, isn't it? What a beautiful channel. Like the bottom and top, and you have heart line. Look at the heart line respect that goes even back here. 2021. Oh, look at that, man. Over and over and over and over again. And now you're hitting the demand line. Oversold in the downtrend, but just testing this April 2019 peak. Hey, maybe fill a gap. I mean, you know, these things are overextended a little bit, right? They've been destroyed for sure. Disney, same price it was in 2014. Yeah, man. Nice. Do we have any losers? Yeah, we had a few losers. Stitch Fix. Like, it doesn't matter on some of these what the macro is doing. Stitch Fix down 3.72%, hit a fresh all-time low again today, as it did on Friday. And this is what you were thinking maybe would happen after the nasty close on Friday, like what the collective market would do, but no, it didn't. But Stitch Fix. No one bought this one. I guess the bots aren't connected. Low beta, no beta. Schwab was down 2+%. Ooh, on earnings, right? And this is like, oh, it makes sense. What's happening? Oh, the earnings report, okay. But it confirmed distribution at a key inflection point from June of 2021. They rejected the 200-day moving average again. Okay, that means it's over. That means it's time to go back, probably back to $60. Oh, okay, it's not being stupid, it's respecting TA. It's not just gapping up and then running all day. Perfect. Nice stuff. Aha, the SJM. This is one we've been monitoring because it's a 6-year large bearish shark in development, man. And now we're just waiting for this thing to collapse. It could go a little higher, but you know, it's completed. I mean, it's just about done. And you're thinking if it plays out, where, you know, wherever it tops out, it can go to the 88, 150 or whatever, but eventually from up here, you think this will be the next move. As we've seen countless times with W's and M shapes, right? Flip the chart over, something like that. And this is kind of what Bitcoin's doing. I mean, you know, this is kind of what, you know, Bitcoin's just been sitting here and no one's buying it, but not enough people are selling it either. So it's still valid on Bitcoin. You can believe it. Activation gap's going to fill. You know where this is going, chat. You know this thing's going to fill that gap at 65.43. Yep. That's the target. So you got another... You got another 8.7% downside on Activision. Biddy, I don't even know what the... Wow, Bitcoin short strategy ETF. Interesting. Butterfly. This looks kind of bullish. Oh, sorry. If I flipped it, it'd look kind of bullish. Kind of bearish, right? I mean, got yourself the shark stuff, or the at least cipher. I don't know what butterfly you're talking about. See, it's like not deep enough. It's a 7/8. It's like legit, like a bearish cipher. And man, what's really interesting about this is look at these lower highs you're making than that high. That's real life, man. That's a big deal. That's like, see that? That could be really good for Bitcoin longs, because that normally would come after price action like this. The biddy. So that means that will be Bitcoin. But Bitcoin's showing the shark, right, on the spot price. It still is, man. Right, it's still showing this. Like, it's just, it gets really, you know, busy. I mean, this is still extremely real life. It's not invalid. It has not been invalidated. Yeah, the shark. So the miracle could happen where it holds and it runs, man. Do it. Go ahead. But just stop with this. Well, I'm just going to sit here for a month and a half and do nothing. Just give me some resolution, man. Valid arguments for bears and bulls, I guess, because the shark, by the right angle descending binding formation for bears. It's not always like that. It just happens to be in this dead market. It does at this current time have different arguments. Highs of the day on Bitcoin. No sellers. No more sellers, chat. The sellers have tried so many times. I don't even know what to do anymore. Like you've had so many opportunities. I just don't get like how you have sellers that try and they keep failing. But every time the sellers fail, buyers come in and there are just less buyers, less people that own the asset than they did before and before and before. It's just like, how much longer? We got to wait for this. For a huge decisive move up or down. Kind of losing it. We have already looked at Maker, Rush, Breeze. We already looked, man. So make of this what you will, man. Like, this is how sharks reverse. I get it, you know, but at the same time, right angle ascending body formation. You got bears and bulls, man. I'm sorry. Like, whatever.
GLT crashed in testing 1982 levels.
You what? Thank you, Anonymous. We look at GLT. Sure. That's a crypto, right? Kidding. Oh my god, man. So bad. Only right about that. He's right, dude. Well, today it was up 14.42%. Today. You can't, how do you, it's up 14%? What? No, not. You know, this looks like the index funds, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like index funds right there. There's all this distribution. And eventually, finally, the flush happens, the capitulatory event. And yeah, lowest levels since 82, and you probably get a little bit more downside. I think you'll probably see 193, which means from where you are right now, you still got another hilarious 18.6% downside. Almost unbelievable. Pulp and Paper Company. Looks like Dunder Mifflin. Nice. Is it the bottom? Dude, it could, I mean, even if it rallied, you got to understand, it could be a short-term rally and do something like this and then do something like that later. I mean, it's just, you're still below the levels. I mean, you get above it, okay, great. Then you're going to have to break these levels. And then, I mean, one thing you never did, Bitcoin never back tested 28.8 as resistance when it broke it. Never did that. So maybe it needs to do that one day. One thing's clear, sellers can't get it together. Sellers cannot. There are just not enough sellers anymore. Where are they? They've tried for God knows how long now, multiple months, and they can't do it. They keep failing miserably. So I'm just kind of waiting. I don't understand. Like, how many more times they have to fail before they just give up and the buyers come in and push the price higher. That's the issue. There are just not enough buyers to do that. You'd think maybe in more normal market conditions, after so many failures from sellers, that there'd be enough buyers to come in and push this thing to face melting levels. It just hasn't happened. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Could be sharp, could be right angle descending binding formation. I have no idea which way this is going. This is insane. Yeah. But welcome to the bear market, man. This is never this stupid. And old market conditions with money printer going burr. Yo. Okay. Well, thanks for coming out for my birthday stream. Appreciate it. Much to do, man. Can't really do anything when everything's stuck. It doesn't move. There's no directionality anymore in the markets. Entire month, just stuck in a range. But let's be real, since June 18th, really nothing's happened. I mean, yeah, you had some scrub rallies, a couple of them. This is just as bad as 2018, if not worse. So, all right, thanks again, Crypto Hoarder and Random Person, for buying the NFT. Appreciate it a lot. And thanks for the birthday contributions. Thanks. So I'll just be back. I don't even know. I'll be back one day, I guess, when things change. Till next time, respect the T. A.